All right, guys, here we go. This one is going to be a 10 millimeter test. Today we got the Federal Punch. That is a 200 grain bullet. That's what this one looks like. Nice wide hollow point cavity. And we're going to be going through the jugs. We got 5 lined up with 4 layers of cotton t-shirt. We will be going through the chronograph also to see if we can get some numbers. This one is rated at 1100 feet per second. I know that's not a full power 10 millimeter, and some people probably won't care for that too much, but still should be a fun test. So let's see what kind of numbers we can get on this thing. All right, hopefully you guys can see the screen on that. Let's see what this thing can do. First shot, 1089. Second shot, 1056. And third shot, 1035. So it's definitely not up there with box velocity, but still looks pretty good for pretty heavy round. So we got a low at 1035. Got a high at 1089 and an average of 1060. So we will put the energy foot pounds up, of course, like always. And we're gonna send it through the jugs. Let's see what this thing can do. All right, here we go. We are stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's check that thing out. All right, let's see if we can find that cotton. It is underneath the first jug. See if we can get a little bit of mud off that thing. All right, let's see. All right, so we do have our entrance. Looks like a nice center shot on that thing. And we do have our exit. Pretty good size hole coming through that thing. And let's check out first jug. Look at that. Look at the amount of energy that thing's dumping. And it does look like we got a nice center shot on that one. Right in that circle like we like. But look at that thing. Split that thing open. Almost in 2 pieces. And we do have an exit. Nice jagged looking exit on that thing. So we definitely look like we're getting some expansion. But look at the power, man. Thing's coming through with some energy dump on there. That is our first jug. We got our second jug. That thing is on the ground too. And still looks like we're traveling nice and straight. Good center hit on that. Blow out the right side of that jug. And we do have an exit. Another good size hole. Big old hole on that. That is jug number 2. Then we got jug number 3. Nice and center still. And we did split the front of that jug. Split it open pretty good. And we do have an exit. So far so good. We are getting some pretty good penetration on this thing. All right, then we got jug number 4. So now it looks like it's moving a little bit right. Just right of that circle. Kind of pop that circle out. And it looks like we do have an exit on that thing. Wow, it's pretty surprising. Normally these 10 millimeter tests usually go through about 4 jugs, but I guess this one was a little bit slower, and it was a pretty heavy heavy grain on that, so we're getting some good penetration. So that is jug number 4, and sounds like we caught it. You can hear it tumbling around in there. And we got jug number 5. Got an entrance on jug number 5, and it doesn't look like it tried to exit on that one. But I'm glad we at least had 5 lined up, because that thing had some penetration. So we're gonna pull this thing out and see what it looks like. All right, check that thing out. We got picture perfect expansion on that thing. That thing opened up real nice, and does have that P on the bottom for a punch. That is an awesome round right there. I didn't think it was really going to do all that great, and I always like to see that pretty crazy looking imprint on there. It's from the cotton. Pretty cool textured pattern on that lead right there. But look at that thing, big old slug, 200 grainer. But we got some really good expansion on that thing. This is pretty much just a budget friendly HST. It's kind of like their civilian stuff, just so it's easier for us to get and at a cheaper price. But we do have an HST test up also, 200 grain in 10 millimeter, and that one did really good also. But so far, man, this thing is looking really good on that. But we will put still shots up like always. But that is 10 millimeter Federal Punch, 200 grain. That was out of the Rock Island 5-inch. There we go.